Let me sketch the outlines of pension system in Japan. The idea of pension system is to support your life after retirement, life after you have become disabled due to an unexpected accident or illness, or life after you have lost the breadwinner of your family, by premiums paid by each enrollee. To be precise, every resident in Japan from age 20 to 60 has an obligation to enroll in National Pension Scheme. This includes foreign nationals living in Japan. If you fail to pay the premiums, you will lose your right to be a pensioner. In other words, only the premium payers can receive pension in the future. There are 3 types of pension you may receive. First one is old age pension, which you will start receiving from the age of 65. Second one is disabled pension, which you can receive when you have become a physically challenged person. Third one is survivor's pension, which you can receive when you have lost the breadwinner of the household. Second and third one will be provided only when you meet the conditions. Not only supports your life after retirement, pension system also supports your life when you have suddenly brought to a difficult situation. In case you are not enrolled in, or have been failed to pay the premiums, you will have no right to receive pension in the future. To receive pension in the future, let us begin by making procedures of enrollment. Then, pay the monthly premiums. These 2 steps are common procedures for us all. Enrollees of pension system are divided into 3 categories. Here, you can see 2 types of pension insurers. Insured of the first kind and the insured of the third kind. And, aside from national pension system, there is employees' pension scheme to which company employees and public employees are enrolled in. Enrollees of employees' pension scheme are categorized in the insured of the second kind. Age from 20 to 60 spouses who are dependents of the second kind insured person are categorized in the insureds of the third kind. Dependent is a person with an income under 1,300,000 yen per year and whose life is supported by the employee's pension scheme enrollee's income. Dependents' premiums are paid by the enrollee of the employee's pension scheme. Enrollment procedure to employee's pension scheme is done by a company that operates the scheme. Residents aged from 20 to 60 who are not included in the above, the third kind insured person or enrollee of employee's pension scheme, are all categorized in the insured of the first kind. Generally, if you are paying national pension premiums, it directly means you are the first kind insured person. After enrolled in, pay the premiums at a financial institution or convenience store using a statement of payment sent from Japan Pension Service. Payment by automatic bank transfer or by a credit card is also available. However, these arrangements require prior application at Japan Pension Service branch office. By the way, you will have a certain discount if you pay the year's full amount in advance. If you give birth while you are categorized in the insured of the first kind after February 2019, you can apply for before and after childbirth pension insurance premium exemption system. This exempted period does not inflict any disadvantage on your premium payment history. Thus, the period and the amount of pension you will receive in the future will not be altered. In case you cannot pay the pension premiums due to unemployment or low income, you can rely on exemption system or payment extension system. Also, there is special payment arrangement system for students. To apply any of these special arrangements, you need to make an application at city office or pension office. You, your spouse, or the head of your household's income in the previous year is examined by Japan Pension Service before assessment. Whether your payment will be exempted or deducted is all depends on this assessment. Although the amount of pension you will receive in the future will not be altered by these special arrangements, it does influence the assessment of your qualification to be a pensioner. If you applied for any exemption arrangement, the amount of pension you will receive in the future will be altered accordingly. If you adjust the amount you have been exempted within 10 years of this arrangement, the calculation will get back to normal. If you fail to pay premiums, you may lose the right to receive old age pension in the future. Even if you have permitted the right, the amount will be reduced. You may also lose the right to receive disability pension, survivor's pension. Enrolling into the pension scheme and pay the premiums for it is an obligation in Japan. If you ignore this obligation, your assets might be seized by the authority. So, do not forget to enroll in the pension scheme and pay the premiums. Company employees and public employees are basically enrollees of employees' pension scheme. The amount of premium is determined by the employee's monthly salary and the amounts of bonuses. Payment of the premiums is shared by the employee and its employer. The premium is deducted from the employee's monthly salary. Enrollment procedure is done by the employer. From here, let us talk about the pension we will receive. First one is old age pension. Assuming you are in Japan from the age of 20. Basically, it is an obligation to enroll in the scheme and keep paying premiums from the age 20 to 60. However, occasionally, some cannot fulfill this 40 years of obligation. To obtain the right to receive old age pension from the age 65, you need to have the period of premium payment for at least 10 years, or 120 months, that includes the period of exemption, extension or special payment arrangement system for students. However, there might be cases that you were not in Japan at the age of 20, then came to Japan later and obtained nationality. In this case, you could not record the premium payment obligation of more than 10 years by your 60th birthday. Let us assume you came to Japan at the age of 55. Then obtained nationality. You turned 60 though you only have 5 years of history of paying premiums or exemption period, instead of 10 years or more. In this case, you did not fulfill the 10 years of obligation. So you will not be able to receive old age pension. However, if you have obtained Japanese nationality or been granted permanent resident status, then the period you had been abroad from the age of 20 till the acquisition of nationality or resident status will be added to the 10-year payment history as complementary period. By this arrangement, if your history of paying pension premiums gets more than 10 years, then you will have the right to receive old age pension from age 65. Whether you can receive disability pension or not is all depend on how much you have paid premiums by the time of seeing a doctor for the illness or injury. If the amount you have paid is not account for 2/3 of the total amount you should pay, then this pension is not be granted. Survivor's pension requires the same condition. You will not be qualified if you have not paid 2/3 of the total premiums you should pay. Let us assume the possible case of returning to your home country for good even if you have joined the national pension scheme and have paid premiums for a certain period. If you are qualified to receive old age pension at the time of leaving, you will receive it from the age of 65. However, not a few people get to possess qualifications for it till then. For such a case, there is lump sum withdrawal refund system, by which your already paid premiums may be partially refunded. Please check requirements of eligibility whether you can apply for this. Enroll in a pension scheme is an obligation and you need to pay premiums for it. However, the system itself is beneficial for you. To enjoy the blessings of this benefit, premium payment is essential. If you find it difficult to pay premiums, try to find a way whether you can apply for payment exemption, extension or special payment arrangement system for students.